Okay, good job. Your original and your typographic portrait, you can definitely tell it's the same image. So that's a really good job. Now, there are some areas of the portrait itself that I think that should be darker in terms of more dense packing of typography, more dense layering and packing of typography, in order to create darker tones. And I think those specific areas are the darker tone, the darker areas in the actual portrait itself. This area here, the eyes, of course, and then under the chin. Those are your dark areas, and those are the areas you want to concentrate on in terms of really building up type to create these really dark tonal areas. I think you did something that is well, the most effective areas, I think, in your portrait are these areas right here, where you've really done something with the type, something interesting, as opposed to, let's say, over here where you just kind of stretched it a little bit, or over here where you just kind of conformed to the hair with the curve without really following much of the tonal variety and the variations in the tonal range in that portion of the hair. You did something I think that was probably would be considered smart, however, it's not working. And I think that is using, you're attempting to use gradients here to show the highlighted areas. And that's not gonna work. It's just not, there's, you perhaps you're showing where the highlight areas should be, but you're not defining those highlight areas in terms of building depth by either embedding and stacking these type forms on top of each other in order to create dark, shadowy areas, or the lack of using type in any specific area to indicate the highlight areas, okay? So those highlight areas right now, I think, are forced. It's just going to come down to good old-fashioned fit and type into those areas. That's why we decided, elected that the three colors would probably be the best way to go here to keep it really simple. So I think you're doing a great job. Just keep doing what you're doing. My suggestion here is this. Really crop this thing like this so that all we have are upper shoulders and the face. That way you can concentrate on areas that you need to concentrate on and forget about areas that are irrelevant to the composition. Okay? So good job. If you have any questions or if you need any other further comments. I wanted to show you that John Lennon, this one here. So you can see, look, if you want to look this up, what did I Google? John Lennon typographic portrait. I just did a Google image search, and this one's done in Illustrated. You can really see all the little individual letter forms, and you can see how the light ones indicate light source, the gray ones indicate intermediate tones, a variety of intermediate tones between your darkest and your lightest, and then of course your dark tones are indicated by pure black, and of course by darker areas in the typography. So I mean, you're getting there. You're getting right in there, and I think it's looking great. And I think that a little further work, and I think you're going to be right in there. So really good job. If you have any questions, please just give me a holler. Okay, thanks.